it's just the right thing.
And we're back with episode 71 of Sounds of Struggle. I'm Chris Parrish.
I am William Karllson. I am Nick Foligno.
Ooh.
You are the ooh guy.
I'm Lumir Vrishnovsky, Oilers. Boom.
I have no idea who that is.
Lumir Vrishnovsky?
Did I stutter? Yeah, I have no idea. Never heard of him. Never heard of him.
Who else could we say? Ooh, the Russian Ilya Kovalchuk. Boom. He was 71 in the KHL.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to that foreign stuff. Russia's weird. That's a strange place.
Yeah, they like vodka.
They like it here too.
Yeah, they like it a little bit more in Russia, though.
Yeah, but we have beer.
Yeah, no, that's why we're better than Russia.
Well, that and communism.
2018.
And?
Just saying, that stuff wouldn't fly with the sensitivity of Canadians now.
What, communism?
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'll say communism doesn't work. It's democracy. Government doesn't work. Anarchy. We need anarchy!
Well, I'm pretty sure Canada has shown that democracy also has its flaws as well.
That's what I said. Democracy also doesn't work. Look at the giant ass clown that's in power now.
Yeah. Well, at least the Simpsons.
That guy's one wet fart away from being a fucking blowjob.
Oh, man,
Figure that out.
How dare you compare something bad like Trudeau to something that's a revelation in a blowjob?
It reminds me of an Alaskan pipeline mixed with a Portland Frank.
There you go.
Look it up.
Fucking Alaska.
That's not what... No, God damn it.
So, last week, just saying, for the record, episode 70, we mentioned Braden Holtby. At the time, wasn't playing in the playoffs. Now, boom, starter. Just saying, Edge and Christian, you think you're rocket strapping people? Boom, your move.
I think the difference is they can actually rocket strap people. We can just call things. We're omnipotent.
You know what? Some people say it's the same thing.
Very, not even close. Very much not true.
So,
Blue Jays dome collapsed. They've missed like 5 games in a row. It's funny as shit.
well, they played today.
Well, they played twice today.
I think they lost.
And won.
Huh.
Yeah, in the 10th. Just finished.
Wow.
Yeah. But hey, like, 2 of the 3 games down in Cleveland was canceled because of weather, and then they come back and can't play in Toronto because of the dome collapsing because of ice falling off the CN Tower.
Yeah, who is the fucking moron who makes a stadium in Canada where you can't have ice fall without it being damaged?
To be fair,
It's like a 40-year-old arena.
It's falling from the stupid high on top of the CN Tower, which I think that would break most roofs of buildings.
Excuses.
I'm not saying that that's the reason. Maybe it's because they suck massive amounts of stock.
I mean, Josh Donaldson is the bringer of the rain, but during the winter it freezes on ice, and then it fucking stops.
Well, this happened because Josh Donaldson is not bringing the rain right now, because Josh Donaldson's bringing up the IR.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, 10-day DL, whatever. Point is, he's not playing right now.
Yeah, neither is Tulo.
Too low!
I mean, that team is... I don't know how they even win games.
Well, clearly they don't win a lot.
They're actually not. They're over 500.
Yeah, right now. Whether they played 10 games?
Still, they're not a good team, is the point.
Yeah.
Especially when their 2 best players are out.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's baseball. And who cares about baseball?
Well, there's probably 15, 20 people out there that do.
Yeah. And we tell
Let's get on to stuff that matters, though.
Yeah.
Like NHL.
That's what I was
The
going to
playoffs.
say. I mean, they should get their asses into a real sport like hockey, where they have playoff hockey.
Yeah, because
That's the only.
there's one thing I hate about baseball is that there's no playoffs.
No, it's just not as entertaining as playoff hockey,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
and you don't get it in April.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very
So,
true.
hey.
Playoff hockey update. What do we got?
Well, Vegas
Yes.
is about to go for the sweep against LA.
Yeah, that game starts 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, and we haven't watched it.
It is
yet.
Tuesday at 8:40 p.m.
Yeah.
Do you know where your children are?
They're with the guy in the white van who's giving them unwrapped candy.
Mine are in my ball sack. Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Well, for now, I'm going to go home and release the hounds.
Sierra, Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta.
Shield! Sweet theme song, too. Yeah. Cock that gun.
No, that's not what I was thinking, but anyway. So
Also, San Jose, 3-0 lead with a commanding lead last night. 8-1.
yeah, speaking of bending people over.
It just goes to show when a duck fights a shark, the shark wins.
Yeah. Huh.
Unless we get some sort of submariner duck that somehow kills sharks. I don't know. I got nothing.
The Submariner shark.
Duck.
Oh, Submariner duck.
Yes. That can somehow kill a shark. That's not the point.
Yeah, the ducks are finished.
I hope.
Yeah. That's what you get, Kessler, for being a stupid prick. Maybe you should start playing hockey instead of just cross-checking people. They took a lot of stupid penalties yesterday.
Wouldn't you if you're down 8-1?
No, but that's one of the reasons why they were down 8-1. They just kept putting themselves in the box, and then San Jose just ran up the score because...
Yeah, it's the one time you don't want to be in a box.
No.
Well, that way,
Well, not if you're, like, being buried.
well, it doesn't matter at that point. You're dead.
No, you're alive. Sometimes you're being buried alive.
That just sounds like it's a Triple H problem.
Or it's Taker's problem.
Yeah, either way. Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
What else? What other series?
Well, Winnipeg
Winnipeg
and Minnesota are playing right now. It's
It's
1-0, I believe,
in the
for
third.
Winnipeg, and that series is 2-1 Winnipeg.
Yeah, let me take a look here. Scores. It is 2-0 final.
Ooh, there you go. So it's now 3-0 or 3-1 Winnipeg.
Yes, it is. Let's see. Shifley got the goals.
Ooh, man, 2 Shifleys.
Yeah.
That team is dangerous with 2 of them. One is
2-2 in overtime right now between Columbus and Washington. Columbus is winning that series 2-0.
Yeah.
Right on.
Boom, called it. Just saying.
Well, so far. It's not
I also
yeah.
said it was a 7-gamer. I expected Washington to at least put out an effort.
I think they will. I think they're going to win, hopefully, a couple anyways. I don't think, to keep playing like this, they're not winning the series. There's no goddamn way.
No, well, I mean, they got to win first.
Yeah.
I mean, that helps.
A little bit, yes.
And then we have a 2-1 series lead from Tampa over the Devils.
Do we?
Yeah, I believe it's 2-1.
Let me take a look.
I believe New Jersey just won yesterday to make it 2-1.
Holy shit, they did.
Yeah.
I stopped watching Tampa's winning 2-1.
So, yeah, and then we have Nashville.
Colorado won yesterday, so it's 2-1.
2-1 Nashville, yeah. And then we have, we said 3-0 for Vegas.
It's 2-1 for Boston over Toronto because Toronto finally won yesterday.
Yep. And then what was it? And then, I think we covered them all now.
Pittsburgh and Philly.
Yeah.
2-1 for Pittsburgh, which that's been a fun series.
Well, it was like...
Except for Pittsburgh's been spanking them up until...
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Every game has just been a spanking. It hasn't even been close.
It's been really high scoring so far these playoffs.
Like, no one game is a nail-biter. It's just one team decides to wear the diaper, and then the next game they just flip.
Babies.
Yeah. And it's funny, because it's not Crosby wearing the diaper.
Not all the time.
No, usually in the playoffs he whines like a baby, but usually gets the ring at the end, so...
Yeah. But Vegas, they know how to do playoffs. Giving out free tattoos of the Vegas logos in front of their arena beforehand, and They have a bunch of guys like the Blue Man Group right there supporting them, and it's a big old party down there. I want to go.
Well,
that sounds like a lot of
their
fun.
official watch party seems to be a little bit more, fun from the sounds of it than normal watch parties.
You think?
Well,
You're in Vegas at a watch party. You're going to be fucking hammered.
especially when it's at Mandalay Bay.
Exactly.
I mean, you can get in a lot of... I have a shirt that says I got take there.
There you go.
It's a true story.
There you go.
So if we take the winners, whoever's winning the series as of right now, we would have Nashville playing Winnipeg.
Yes.
And then we'd have Vegas playing San Jose.
Yes.
If that's the case, I'm liking my Nashville-Vegas conference final.
Yeah. I'm going to say it's too early to tell, and I'm just going to wait.
And then, I'm pretty sure the Vegas and San Jose series is almost
You never know.
Normally a team who's down 3-0 and just got spanked 8-1 might not be in it very much longer.
Yes, but on the same hand, we have a team that's down 3-0, a.k.a. LA, who has actually come back from being down 3-0.
Do you think...
So,
yeah, but...
it is possible.
I can't see this happening this
you
year.
never know.
I can see LA winning a game or two, but not 3. Definitely not 3. And definitely not 4.
Probably the odds are definitely against them, but it is possible.
For one, you got Fleury, who's been a rock. 2, you've had LA score 2 goals from their forwards.
The defense are getting it done.
Yeah, they've only scored, I think, 3 goals all season, or series?
Let me take a look.
Because they got shut out the first game. Then lost 2-1 in the second game.
Yeah, they got shut out the first game. I know that was 1-0, and it was 2-1. And the last game was 3-2, so yeah,
No,
3 goals.
I think it was 4-2, wasn't it?
3-2. Right there. 3-2. So, this next game has to be basically 7 goals scored. Because it's gone 1 goal, then 3 goals, then 7 goals. Or 5 goals. So, next has to be 7. Tonight it has to be a 7-goal game.
So, so you're looking at a 2-1 game average at best.
Yeah.
But, no. LA really has to step up if they're going to do anything. And they don't have to step up once. They got to do it 4 times.
It's doable. Very, very hard, but it is doable. They got to play like their season depends on it. Because it does.
Well, and they also have 2 games. It's going to be 2 more games in Vegas where I don't think they'll win in Vegas. So,
yeah.
First I got to win at home, too.
If they can't win at home, they can't win at home.
If everyone knows if you can't win at home, you don't have a good shot in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So,
unless you are the team that plays on the road more.
But one team who definitely can't seem to win at home seems to be Washington.
Yeah, they're having troubles this year. This might be the year they exit in the first round. Which I would be very upset. Not because I picked them, but because that ruins the proud tradition of them exiting the second round almost every year.
Especially against Pittsburgh. Because that's what you would get. Because the winner of the Pittsburgh-Philly series plays the winner of the Columbus.
And it's tradition. Literally the last 2 years, it's been tradition. Second round, Caps exit from Penguins.
Yeah. But so, if we take the leading whoever's in the series, you got Columbus against Pittsburgh. That's an offensive series.
It wasn't last year, but yeah, this year is different.
You do have some major changes, though. Panarin is now on Columbus.
On fire!
Yeah. Dare I say probably the hottest guy between the 2 teams right now in terms of production?
Production and best looking.
Well, I don't judge.
He's an attractive male specimen.
No, he's not.
How dare you judge me for judging him? You bitch.
Well, technically, I didn't judge him. He just
You
said he
judged
was
me.
hot.
You made me feel very self-conscious just now.
Well, you're just...
Go and fuck yourself!
You're just saying that because he used to be a Blackhawk and you still wish he was.
You're damn right I so wish it was. That trade did not go well.
No.
But I don't think it was just that one player. That was definitely a team overall thing. We won't get into that.
No, I think that was a salary thing.
Yeah.
But, and then on the other side, you'd have Boston going up
Against T-Bay.
Yeah, against Tampa Bay. And I don't like Boston that series at all.
Tampa is pretty strong, although that
Tampa has a defense and they have the
that
goalie.
last game against New Jersey, they didn't look that great.
No, but I mean, when the game opens up, I mean, you got to be very careful about number 9. Who do you get 3 points that game? I mean, Taylor Hall is having the best season of his life right now.
Has to.
Yeah.
His season depends on it.
I mean, that's... You can't say that all the time.
Yes, I can, because the season does depend on it.
But the one thing the Tampa Bay Lightning have to do is they have to focus on Taylor Hall more. They can't let him skate.
Ask him how his day is.
That game, that team literally revolves around him.
Yep.
They win if he has great games, and they lose if he doesn't.
Yep.
So, you make sure Taylor Hall doesn't score, you have a good chance of winning the game.
Yep.
Because their goaltending is not doing anything for them.
Schneider?
Well, now, but they had
Kincaid?
Kincaid was not doing anything for them in the first two.
It's easy. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, so.
But if you have the firepower of the Tampa Bay Lightning, it's not surprising.
Well, I mean, you got Vasilevsky in goal.
Who is a Vezina finalist.
Yeah, you have Victor Hedman on D.
Who's a Vezina finalist.
I mean, he is one of the top-tier defensemen in the league.
And Sergachev's really coming into his own.
Yep.
Who's not a Vezina finalist.
No. And I don't think Hedman is either.
Well, probably not.
But then on top of that, you got Kucherov, who almost went wire to wire in scoring. And they have Steven Stamkos. I mean, that's pretty solid.
They
top
also
guys
have
there.
JT Miller and Ryan McDonough and.
Yeah, don't they have Brandon Coburn as well?
Yeah.
And like that's a good stay-at-home defenseman. I mean, they got a pretty solid team. Well, and then you look at they have Palat as well, don't they?
Palat.
They have
Nemestikov. Oh wait.
Yeah, they not no more.
You know who they don't have? Hellebuck and Rene.
Yeah.
Those are the other two Vezina finalists.
Mhm.
Hooray!
Isn't it funny that all 3 teams are winning their series?
As of right now.
What does that say about having good goaltending?
That it makes your goaltending good. Yeah.
Doesn't mean it makes your team. Well, I mean, it does play dividends on a winning team, though.
It does definitely help the confidence of a team when you're playing.
Well, and especially when you look at the defensemen, too, in front of Tampa Bay. Like we said. You got your McDonoughs, you got your Hedmans, you got your Coburns. Great defensemen there. Nashville, I mean, they got the best defensive core in the league.
Do they?
Yeah.
Who do they have?
Well, they have Ellis. They have Ekholm.
Okay.
They have Roman Josi.
Never heard of them.
So
They have the Subaru.
yeah, they have PK Subban.
The Subaru.
So I mean, they got a pretty solid defensive core.
It's a pretty good top 4 right there.
And then
What about Zach Parise?
he's not a defenseman.
And he's also got to rub his sternum.
Yeah. But then we were who was the other? You said Columbus?
No. Winnipeg.
Bobrovsky. No, well, Bobrovsky is a great goalie.
Bobrovsky!
But Winnipeg. I mean, they got Bufflin, who's looking like a beast right now.
Yay.
I mean, they did have Tyler Myers, who's now out, but
Is
he was great. Yeah.
unfortunate.
They haven't said for how long. I believe he's.
I bet you they'll just keep saying day to day so I can bring him back.
Yeah, they're saying something about his ankle, but they weren't giving specifics. I mean, no team usually gives specifics
Especially in the playoffs.
unless they're out long term, definite.
Yeah.
They're going to play with an injury. They don't want another team knowing what they have.
Exactly.
I mean, football does it all the time.
Like, tells them what the injury is?
No, they just don't. They just say, oh yeah, he's out with lower body.
Strained dick.
Yeah.
Put his dick in a strainer. Now he's out.
Manhood is bruised.
Did you see the whole Doughty and Kadri suspensions?
Yep.
What'd you think? Do they both deserve it?
Dowdy, no. Kadri, yes.
Kadri, absolutely. All these fans, come fight me. I don't give a fuck. You guys have a dirty little piece of shit in your team.
Yeah.
Dowdy? It's debatable.
I think it was
I don't necessarily think he deserved the suspension, but I can see why they did it.
I think it was a penalty. When I look at playoffs is a little bit more nitty gritty. It's a little bit more physical. Penalty, that's it. Let it go.
Yeah.
Thing is with Kadri, he hit a guy from behind and he pretty much went ass. Like, you don't.
He jumped at him, and the guy's on his knees.
You don't hit somebody with your ass either.
And it doesn't matter if you're sticking up for one of your teammates. Don't wait a period and a half to do it.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. Kadri, go fuck yourself.
Do it when he's looking. Fight him.
Right after that whatever first incident happens.
I mean,
don't be a batch. You batch.
Also coming from the guy who has pulled a man's goatee and beard.
That's true.
So, I mean, I think this shows what kind of a man Kadri is on the ice.
Speaking of different kinds of man, Richard Panik. He just got arrested for being drunk and not leaving a bar. So they called the cops and they're apparently charging him with trespassing. That's funny. That pretty much sums up the Coyotes here.
Well, at first when I heard it's like Richard Panik gets arrested for trespassing in Arizona, and I was like, well, apparently it's not okay to be a hockey player in Arizona.
No.
Because they just think, what?
But then again,
hockey doesn't exist here.
Then again, it is the South, and if a Slovak, blonde hair, blue eyes, is in a bar refusing to leave, all drunk and belligerent, saying, "Do you know who I am?"
Especially a guy named Dick Panik.
Exactly. Do you want to see my Dick Panik? And the cops called.
But, I mean, can you blame the guy for not wanting to leave a bar? He plays for the fucking Coyotes.
I heard it's nice down there this time of year.
Well, it's nice, but does
much
mean
better
he's
than here.
enjoying playing hockey.
Yeah, well, because he's not playing.
Exactly.
He's enjoying golf. Well, he might be enjoying the back nine of a prison cell, a.k.a. getting butt touched.
I think he'll
post bail after getting his butt posted.
He'll play next season, opening night.
Well, for sure. I'm not saying he's going to be in there long.
He won't get jail time.
He's just in there long
He
enough.
got charged. Doesn't mean he'll be found guilty.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people refuse to go home after the bar closes?
I don't know. I don't go to the bar often.
It happens. I mean, maybe not. Maybe.
Fuck, I've become an old man. I'm in bed by 10.
Because he's a hockey player, you got to think.
Team will probably bail him out.
OEL.
Did you hear about the Flames coach?
Yeah, fired.
Yeah, he gone.
Yeah, a Flames coach got fired. Irony.
Also, another coach,
Hitchcock,
retired.
Well, yeah.
Same with Sharp.
Yep.
So that's a couple good job in your careers, boys.
Well, that's why I took...
stick taps for those two.
That's why on Facebook I just said retirement. Couldn't believe it. Patrick Sharp retired.
I can believe it. He's getting up there. He's done quite a bit. He was one of the cornerstones of that team for those 3 cups. And
yeah, but sometimes you just get used to watching guys play, and then all of a sudden...
No, absolutely. It's going to be weird, like when, say, years from now, McDavid retires. That'll be weird.
Another irony that I wanted to mention was Winnipeg. Their home games, they're known for the whiteout, right?
It is white AF.
When they were going to Minnesota, they got delayed. Why? Because of an actual whiteout.
Like people partying on the tarmac?
No, the snow.
Oh, they could fucking drive.
No, but
it's not that far.
No, but they were flying down.
I know, but they could literally drive. It's not that far.
You know what? I'm not even going to go there. Not going to go there. No. I can make a reference. Poor taste.
Oh, yeah, poor taste. Don't do that.
So
we specifically avoided that because it's a touchy subject.
Yeah.
Heart goes out to everyone, but let's just not do that.
So, I think that kind of clears up hockey.
Wrestling?
Yeah.
Okay. Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah. We had a Superstar Shakeup.
More like Superstar trade half the damn roster. Like, holy Christ.
Well, that's kind of the weird thing. They said they made trades instead of just having...
Yeah, true. While you look up the names, I'm going to make a point of something here.
I already have them right now.
Oh, well, never mind. I'll do that after.
So, we saw on Monday Night Raw, because it happened first.
Yes.
We saw Jinder Mahal bring what appears to be the U.S. title over to Raw.
Well, it was the U.S. title.
And
It
then
is.
he lost it to Jeff Hardy.
Who I called as soon as that happened, going to SmackDown, and he did!
But then we also saw the Riot Squad and Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, and Liv Morgan all go to Raw.
Which I was not surprised to see Absolution go to SmackDown.
Yes. We saw Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, officially Raw. But they technically weren't traded.
They were signed.
Stephanie signed him one over Kurt Angle's head, which I thought was kind of funny.
Absolutely.
But in that same segment, they were guests on the...
Miz TV?
Yeah, Miz TV, thank you. Man, as much as I enjoy The Miz, I just think that segment is getting too worn out.
Yeah, that works.
But, so they have Miz Raj, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. Kurt Angle comes out, finds out that Stephanie has signed Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, but really came out to tell The Miz that he was...
Traded to the down of Smack Live.
he is, apparently Daniel Bryan says he really wanted The Miz on SmackDown.
To kick his dick off.
Well, as he eloquently put on Twitter, I've been wanting to punch him in the face for a really long time now.
Kick his dick off.
So, yeah,
He's gonna get his fucking head kicked in.
and then Miz found out that it wasn't all Miz Raj going to SmackDown.
It was just him.
Yeah.
And they turned on him,
Yeah.
which was interesting.
Well, I mean, you gotta
I know why, but it was more interesting because they got cheered.
So, we also saw some lower-end moves, so to speak.
Like online that I found out about after the fact with, let's see if I can do this. Zack Ryder, Mike Kanellis, Mojo Rawley.
Yep.
Ascension.
Yeah. Well, that was it for the lower end.
Also, you saw Breezango get moved over.
Yeah, and they actually defeated the Bar.
That was impressive.
Who actually is now on SmackDown.
Because they lost to Breezango.
Yeah, apparently. And then we also saw Natalya move over.
Don't care. I really don't.
I honestly think this has a lot to do with her helping Ronda out on Raw, since it's not really a well-known secret that when Ronda was training, the main girl that was helping her was Natalya.
Yep.
So look for Natalya to play some part in Ronda Rousey's evolution of a pro wrestler between now and next year's WrestleMania.
Right.
And then we also saw Dolph Ziggler.
And
Well, let's explain, because that was the best part.
we'll explain.
Yeah. So, we saw Dolph Ziggler come out. Said, man, it feels like a lot has stayed the same. But there's one thing different. And then Titus Worldwide come out.
Not saying you can join us because worldwide, etc., etc.,
And
etc.
he's like, with your...
I thought we were going to see Brooks fucking Globetrotters.
Well, I mean, the funny thing was, as soon as Titus Worldwide came, I was like, yeah, Dolph Ziggler and Dana Brooke.
They banged.
They used to be in each other's privates.
I didn't know Dolph was into that. Good for him.
So...
I meant like things going in his private, so it's weird. But whatever, to each their own.
Dolph Ziggler rejects Titus Worldwide, saying, before he was loudly interrupted, which I thought was kind of funny, the one thing that that has changed is that he wasn't coming alone, and boom, Drew McIntyre.
1/3 of 3MB. We're all on the same program now.
One half of the Chosen One with Cody.
He's not there.
No.
Cody's not here, man.
Which is fine.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
But then Drew McIntyre helps Dolph Ziggler beat up Apollo Crews. We can call Apollo Crews now.
Hooray! Welcome back, Apollo. Get your ass kicked.
Yeah, you got a last name again. Good for you.
Well, first name. Whatever.
Oh, yeah. No, he was Apollo, and then they took the Crews out.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know why I thought it was the other way around.
Because there was a whole, that one kid killer was last name Crews. That was the story behind it. Different spelling.
Bet you it was Terry Crews.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
His name is Nicholas.
Was it Tom Cruise?
No, it was Nicholas Cruz. So that week wasn't good week for Nicholas.
No, but WrestleMania week was.
Yeah. And then, they had quite the disgusting
Claymore / zigzag double team murder move looked a little bit of all right.
Yeah, it was, now that's how you put both your moves together.
Yeah.
So, so that was a nice little shock to see Drew McIntyre back on the main roster. And then, what else? Oh, we got the announcement that Baron Corbin is moving over to Monday Night Raw.
Don't really care.
Probably because Vince McMahon is high on him.
High on his, what? His smell? His scent?
You know what I think?
Sniffing
I
glue?
think Baron Corbin might actually benefit from some of the matchups on Raw. I honestly think you will see him with Roman Reigns in a program sometime in the next
Bobby
6 months.
Lashley?
You know what?
Or No Way Jose?
No, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. This is what I would do with Bobby Lashley. For a couple of reasons. You'd have him feud with the latest and newest member of Raw.
Bobby Roode?
The glorious one, Bobby Roode, who turns heel.
Bobby?
Just think, and that's the thing. How many times do you see WWE have the same name a lot on a show? Other than the odd Chris Jericho, Benoit.
McMahon.
No, yeah, but that's the last name.
Doesn't matter, still thing.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Bobby Roode turns heel and becomes Robert Roode.
Robert Roode.
And then they know that Roode and Lashley have chemistry in the ring from their TNA days.
Do they?
Yeah.
They were there?
Yeah.
Can we say that?
They did on Ride Along.
Wow.
AJ
and Raw last week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me give you one Owen Wilson. Wow.
And they also said Bullet Club this week. So, WWE...
Well, that was just...
WWE is not giving two fucks about what they say now because they can do whatever they want.
Yeah. Bullet Club's fine, by the way.
Yeah.
What about SmackDown? Who all went over?
Well, I mean, that wasn't it on Raw because we also saw Chad Gable, who I think is actually going to be...
Oh, yeah, he was one of, like, the kind of...
I think he's a dark horse to being an MVP on Raw.
They'll bring back Jason Jordan, and then boom, there's...
I would love to see that as a feud, to be honest.
Sure.
Because something I think gets overlooked, when they were doing the whole Survivor Series thing, and they had SmackDown invade Raw, Chad Gable was the first one to start beating up on Jason Jordan.
But he deserves it for what he's wearing.
Exactly. But I just think it'd be very interesting to have them feud.
They can both wrestle.
Yeah. I think it'd be very good. And, you know, right before Jason Jordan got hurt, he was coming into his own.
Yeah, a little bit.
So it'll be very interesting, I think, to have that. And then now you bring in Kurt Angle. Maybe we get a Team Angle.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be that bad.
What's Shelton Benjamin do now?
Maybe just focuses on Shelton Benjamin. Won't be
Sure.
bad. He's a very gifted worker.
Yeah, he's alright.
So now on SmackDown, we saw, as we said, Jeff Hardy brings the United States Championship back over to
Which
SmackDown.
is smart, keeps the Hardys separated until such
Yep.
time you want to bring back Brother Nero.
Which also, in the United States, it was tax day the other day.
What was it?
And then,
IRS Day?
yeah, so a lot of people made the mention that at one point a young Matt Hardy actually wrestled Erwin Arsheister in '94 on Monday Night Raw.
Now they're tag partners.
Well, they're not. Matt Hardy is now tagging with IRS's kid.
Eldest?
So, quite funny. How funny would it be if we saw Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel challenge Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy if they were to win the Raw Tag Team titles? Which you would only assume now.
Since the bar going over, you gotta kind of assume it's gonna happen. Unless somehow they do a swap where it's like, boom, SmackDown titles go to Raw, Raw titles go to SmackDown. That'd be weird.
Yeah, because one's blue and one's not.
And you have the commissioners meet and do like a mutual exchange of titles because it's like, no, we're not doing that.
Or you just make really better looking titles.
Yeah.
So we also saw Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville move over to SmackDown, which we kind of assumed and we talked about. We saw the return of Big Cass.
Hooray!
who actually kind of bullied Daniel Bryan a little bit on SmackDown.
Hooray!
Asuka's confirmed now as a SmackDown superstar.
Hooray!
We saw The Bar,
Hooray!
The Miz,
Hooray!
R-Truth.
Eh.
Who, we also have the tag team of The Club and Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson.
Hooray!
And I think who's going to become a major player on SmackDown, Samoa Joe.
Hooray!
And
Is there anyone else? Because I can't go any higher.
Yeah.
Shit.
And that's just who came over from Raw. Who are coming over from NXT.
Shit.
Or is Sanity.
Please
And
no one else. Oh no.
the former NXT champion Andrade Cien Almas.
Hooray!
But he's not alone. Selena Vega is actually moving up to the main roster. So thank God.
That was supersonic. You couldn't hear it. I was too excited.
Pip, hooray.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
Trucker? Sucker? Ew.
So yeah, I'm very curious to see what they're gonna do.
It's a whole lot of people being brought up and half the roster's moving. It's interesting.
Yeah, as of right now, WWE is reporting that the members of Sanity are Eric Young, Alexander Wolf, and Killian Dane. No mention yet of Nikki Cross.
I think she stays down for a while. I think she stays down to help build up Shayna Baszler as the new women's champion. Gets her a couple matches, puts her over, then goes up because Shayna needs some established NXT women to fight and kind of usher in the next wave of women down there.
But this could change.
Yeah, it absolutely could.
So, but as it stands right now, we saw 19 people move from SmackDown to Raw, and we saw 17 people go to SmackDown.
There we go.
So, taking account, Raw is 3 hours, SmackDown is 2. Not that big of a deal in terms of the 2. Main event on SmackDown seems pretty legit now when you think about you have the Daniel Bryan, Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles. You also have Samoa Joe. Big Cass seems to be around there. We got a little bit of
All right.
Ring of Honor inclusion in here. So
Yes, we do.
think about it, like 10 years ago, this was pretty much Ring of Honor's top guys.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. And then, yeah, I'm very curious to see on how they're going to use Andrade Cien Almas. I do believe right off the bat he should be the guy to take the U.S. title off Jeff Hardy.
Speaking of which, Jeff Hardy became a Grand Slam champ with winning that U.S. title, but he's also the current and only wrestler to have won. Let's see if I can do this because I only read it like once yesterday. Won the U.S. title, Intercontinental, European, Light Heavyweight, Hardcore, WWE, WWE Tag, and then the new version of the Raw Tag. I think he's the only one to do all that.
Yeah, I think the only other person who could have done that, I would have said, was Christian, because there's not a lot of light heavyweight champions.
Yeah, really not.
That really did. So,
Bring back Christian.
I don't know if he can. I think he's officially retired.
Hey, he's got one of those no-touch clauses, so he should be able to win and win forever.
Well,
You can't touch me, but I can touch you. Booyah!
that's pretty much what he said. Well, actually, that's what Corey Graves actually said when he was on their
Exactly.
podcast, which was kind of funny.
Which would be such a good angle because you can't hit him.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? You got to be creative. You got to pin him when he's asleep. Becomes a 24/7 title.
Or just give him a sleeping pill before the match and then he dozes out.
Yeah.
Chlorophyll.
But is that touching him, though? I think that's touching him.
You're not allowed to strike, but you're
Okay.
allowed, I mean, you're allowed to, like, handshake, and that's touching.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw Daniel Bryan handshake people and hug people.
You could hug him very aggressively.
So, I think it's striking. No, like, physical striking of anyone.
Gotcha.
Or moves. I think that's what it means by the no touch rule.
But going back to this shakeup, you know who I was kind of a little bit, probably 2% surprised that it wasn't there?
Finn Balor?
No, I'm not surprised he didn't go. MVP. He made a mention right after Mania saying he's very interested if WWE would like to have him back.
Yeah, but...
And there's a very small part of me, because we saw him at that big Raw 25 thing. Maybe they'd surprise us and bring him back.
No, I'm not. I don't think MVP is too much of value to WWE right now.
Well, no, not with that attitude.
But what I would have done is I wouldn't have mind having MVP in an announcer role.
Like ring announcer or
no,
commentator?
Because I don't see the point of having Corey Graves on both shows. So I think you put him over on one. And if you don't bring out, say, like a Nigel McGuinness off of NXT, then, maybe you have like an MVP who is, like what Booker was to Raw, he could be what you have SmackDown.
Token black guy?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because Byron Saxton doesn't count.
Super white.
Yeah.
Uber white. Let's see what. Oh, the greatest Royal Rumble show. Yep. That's in 2 weeks. A day before we go to Lethbridge.
Not even.
No, not Lethbridge.
Red Deer.
Red Deer. Sorry. So yeah, just under 2 weeks. Did you know? $80 American, gets you a VIP meet and greet with front row seats.
Yeah.
Why the fuck aren't we going?
Because we got to steal a Shaun Red Deer the day after.
We could take a red eye. Plus, it's in the future over there, so we can make it back time. We'll go back in time.
Saudi Arabia, the red eye. I don't think that's a solid.
The red eye out of Saudi Arabia. Yeah. Well, because it's ahead of time here, we'll go back in time. Boom, we're back here. We can meet our past selves and be like, dude, it's great. Go.
Too sweet our past selves and say we're spectacular.
Take pictures with ourselves?
Well, then we know we're real. And we can see how spectacular we are.
Exactly.
And then we could be like, where did you get that awesome shirt you're wearing?
And then us would be like, well, they were given to us because we're that awesome. But if anyone else wanted some, what you could do would go to Backbreaker, or What a Maneuver. Wow, I'm tired. WhatAManeuver.net. Except for the ones we have are personally bought from us because, well, we're going to have them on sale. Which, by the way, officially, but unofficially, I'm confirmed for the May show in Red Deer. Yeah. I've been in talks with people. And
I was going to say, you've given no information. That just sounded very creepy.
I know. But there's a show happening in May. For something. Promoting money. For something.
I'm sure you can say what it is.
Backbreakermedia.com. That's not it at all.
You suck at whatever you're doing right now.
You blow goats, you fuck!
Yeah.
How dare you interrupt me?
I don't suck, though.
It's a SCA cancer show. Whatever that stands
Summer
for.
Clash against cancer?
Super Clash. That's what it is. Super Clash.
Super
Clash.
I think it's actually Summer Clash.
That was the last one. It's Super Clash time because it's not summer. It's super. They could have changed it to Spring Clash, but that's not the point. That's not the point. That's May 12th, and I've officially been booked. I've been in talks with the promoters, and I've been booked. I have no idea what I'm doing yet. But hopefully some tag struggle stuff. That'd be nice.
Yeah. They have reached out to say what I want to do. They've given me ideas, and I said no. Just a lot of them.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, trying very hard to get a original members of Tag Struggle tag team match, something that we don't get to see very often. Get to see two heavyweight champions tag up.
That'd be nice.
Right.
It would be very nice.
I mean, we are kind of like the Edge and Christian of Alberta wrestling.
Which one's Edge? Which one's Christian? I'm bald, so that doesn't make me Christian because he's got shorter hair.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm cool with that. He's the funnier one, anyways.
No. I mean,
but anyways, yeah, that's officially booked. May 12th.
yeah, but the thing is, I don't know. I'm a bigger dick than you, and Christian's a bigger dick than Edge.
I'm more subtle about it. I can be a dick. I just choose not to. It's a
Edge is definitely more subtle about it,
But
though.
that's a lot of work. It's not that I'm not a bigger dick. It's just, that's so much work I just don't want to.
I think we're just like the perfect mixture of each.
Sure. We got a little bit of Edge and Christian inside each of us.
We're super smart
Yeah.
about the business. We're funny.
Yeah.
I mean, we're a great tag team.
Dashing AF.
We're champions when we're not tagging.
We're champions when we tag.
So...
100% of the time when we go for titles together, we win.
Yeah.
Why are we not tagging?
Because we like
All
individual success too?
we're
not selfish about it?
We're like all the gold?
Well, I mean...
Fair enough.
Even though none of us actually have a gold title.
We like all of the platinum?
Yeah. Which is actually really funny to think that. We have 3 titles between us and now one of them's gold.
It's true. That is true.
Yeah. Budget wrestling.
I had to think for a second what the hell yours were. I know the one in CWC, but I couldn't remember the provincial title.
Yeah.
Forgot about that one. We have all the singles titles in MPW.
We do.
Yeah.
Except for the Ripper title.
I don't count that fucking title.
No. It's a glorified stunt title.
Exactly. Let the cats have it. Fuck them. Speaking of which, we can finally tag together next month doing that.
Yeah.
Kicking their pussy asses.
Tag Struggle and the Cheetah Bear.
Cheetah Bear struggles.
Tag Cheetah Struggles?
Sure. Tagging the Cheetah Bear.
Tag Struggle Bears? Ooh.
Pedo Bear?
I like Struggle Bears. Tag Struggle Bears.
That sounds kind of rapey. I like it. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
I mean, it's kind of our thing.
Struggle Bears.
I mean,
Rawr.
so.
Rawr.
We're like Winnie the Pooh, but we're very awkward and rapey.
Winnie the Pooh wins championships too. Yeah. There's a title you can run with. You know who's not running with titles?
We have a lot of honey.
Doing a complete 360 here? Someone not running with titles? Wait, should we move on or should we finish up our advertising?
Go to whatamaneuver.net, buy OG
Struggle.
and get retro WE gear.
If you want something a little more hip and new, come see us. We have our shit. It will be on display wherever we are.
Yeah.
Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
And that is a very long way of selling you our stuff.
That was very, very in-depth, convoluted way, yes.
Yep.
Also, backbreakervod.pictureshare.com. Use Tech Struggle as your promo thing. Get 3 months for half off after 2 weeks for free. And then Backbreaker Media now is on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, Podcast Player, and anywhere else you get your podcast stuff.
And curse word YouTube.
Shit, fuck balls. Okay. Back to regular scheduled programming. Rich Swann apparently is out of retirement. I guess he just had a match again not too long ago.
Well, he didn't necessarily retire. He said he was thinking about retiring at the end of the year.
The fact that he kind of just left and just...
I also
Like,
hate.
didn't
I
do
also
anything
hate how a lot of people are getting upset at the fact that he's wrestling when everyone is like bad mouthing him over what they alleged he did, and it was
that he got
dropped.
acquitted of.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. And yeah, I think he just
didn't
needed some
do
time
anything
away.
wrong. The WWE would have released him had he been convicted of doing something wrong. They didn't release him. He asked for his release
Yeah,
because he was thinking about retiring. And then he chose not to. I actually am a little bit upset that he is not with WWE because I actually he grew on me as a performer.
did he grow in you?
I would actually like it if he was part of the New Day, to be honest. I think he would have been a perfect fit.
He can dance. That's for damn sure. Kind of looks like Kofi's son.
He's young enough.
Papa.
He is young enough.
Exactly.
Isn't he, like 25?
No, I think he's older than that. I don't know. He's late 20s, I think.
I don't think he's that
I
old,
don't
though.
I don't know. Point is, also, Nikki and John Cena are no more. They have officially ended their relationship. And let me tell you, John Cena is getting cock-blocked, movie reference, all over the internet because people are just saying it's all his fault.
Which, I mean, there's a lot of rumors going on.
Which I don't...
Let's be the first ones to say, we don't know. We're not there.
Also, do you really care? I mean, yeah, they broke up, it sucks, but Does it really affect your life in any way? At all?
No.
Exactly. Yes, they did it on a very public forum, but I've always said, if you're going to do that on a public forum, get engaged and have a relationship, be open about it, you're going to get scrutinized. But it doesn't fucking matter what anyone thinks. Clearly one of them wasn't happy, or both of them weren't happy. It happens.
Yeah, you know what was playing in the time of this breakup? That, from the last report we read, it was Nikki who ended it with John.
I didn't read that, but you did tell me that.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to read because I just don't care. Mrs. Meniac, keep me updated on
But you know what theme song was playing when this breakup happened?
Dolph Ziggler's!
No.
Oh, because he's going to cash in his money in the bank.
You can look, but you can't touch. BAM!
Oh, I thought it was Dolph Ziggler doing a run-in with Money in the Bank.
And then John Cena, you can't see me. Come on.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, they're just funny.
Fair enough.
Yeah. No, some of the memes about this have actually been quite funny.
Fair enough.
I mean, we've seen the one with a crying Nikki, and then Dolph Ziggler cashes in.
Yes.
They used to date people. Backstory. It's funny. And then we saw one where the referee is yelling, wedding, responsibilities, kids, all the stuff, and then you just see John Cena running up the WrestleMania ramp, running away from all of it, which is kind of fun.
Hilarious.
Which we never actually mentioned. He booked it up that ramp.
Yeah.
I
mean, John Cena booked it, which whatever.
Yeah, but that was quick, though. I mean, literally probably less than 10 seconds, he was out of his seat. Pretty much at the...
I'd say within 20 seconds. But point is, he ran away from commitment just as fast. So there it is.
Responsibility. Nope.
So what do we know about coming up for this greatest whatever Royal Rumble?
Well, we know...
What do we know about the Grr?
Grr, baby. Very grr.
Sounds like it's going to be a great show.
Why isn't Frosted Flakes not all over this?
It's in Saudi Arabia?
So?
Is there
Frosted Flakes are an international cereal.
Is there some sort of Saudi Flakes that we can have it sponsored by?
Flakes of Arabia?
Ah, okay.
Frosted Arabia?
That just sounds gross.
I know.
Sounds like a porn.
Oh, so does Saudi Flakes.
That just sounds gross. That sounds like a disease.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if we're going to see the Saudi Miser in this 50-man Royal Rumble.
The what?
The Saudi Miser. He's a miserable old cock from Saudi Arabia.
I was going to be like, yeah, that explains a lot of people I know.
From Saudi Arabia.
But we know that Rusev Day is back on in the casket match.
That was weird. Was that just to promote it? Or what do you think was going on with that?
I don't know.
Because at one point it's going to be Jericho, which, that's cool.
Well, initially it was Rusev against Taker, and then all of a sudden Lana said she's not letting Rusev do it, and then Rusev was taken off, and then it was Jericho Taker, and then we were told, and then all of a sudden Lana said she's second guessing, now is letting Rusev do it, and then now it's back on. So, it makes no sense, but Rusev Taker casket match.
That'll be good.
Should be in.
And it's also, there's Cena, Triple H.
Yeah.
There's
like a steel cage match for the Universal title.
Between Bork Laser and Roman Reigns. For the Universal.
The Intercontinental title is being defended as Seth Rollins is going up against The Miz.
Which I feel... Unless... Because Jinder's going to go after the U.S. title again.
Yeah.
So unless they have Jinder win it back and then Miz win it, I don't think they're going to do it because then they'll both be on one brand.
Now, that would be an interesting concept, but I honestly think we're going to see...
Either both people retain or both people win.
Jeff Hardy and Seth Rollins retain.
Yeah.
I can see Seth Rollins having a long Intercontinental title reign.
Absolutely. I don't necessarily think that The Miz needs the Intercontinental title right now.
No. Plus, I think him having a very emotional and very physical feud with Daniel Bryan does a lot more for The Miz.
Yeah, they don't need
making him a main event guy on SmackDown.
They don't need the title for that one.
But my thing is, what's the point of this greatest Rumble? And I know the winner gets a trophy.
I wonder if they get a title shot.
I wonder if they're going to treat it like a King of the Ring type of deal, where you get a trophy, but then you get a title shot later, or maybe you get to main event SummerSlam.
That'd be cool.
I mean, that would make.
I wonder if this is going to be a one-off. They're going to start doing it, probably depending on how it does.
Yeah. We also, I believe, have Usos and Bludgeon Brothers for the SmackDown tag.
I think so.
And then the Raw tag, we have the Bar. Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt.
The deleters of worlds. Yeah. Honestly, though, I can't see the Bar winning that one because then the Raw titles will go to SmackDown. That just makes no sense. That's the only reason I don't like this whole shakeup, because like you instantly, not that for sure, because I mean they could do something to change it up and be, I don't know, but they kind of almost shot themselves in the foot with a few matches.
Yep.
But anyways, there's seven title matches: Universal, WWE, which will be AJ Styles versus maybe heel Nakamura.
Well, I assume you'd have the Cruiserweight title.
Yeah.
Cedric Alexander against it looks like it could be Buddy Murphy.
Right.
And Mustafa Ali in a triple threat.
That'd be okay. So we'll go Universal, Cruiserweight, Raw tag, SmackDown tag, Intercontinental, US, and then who'd be WWE would be AJ Styles versus maybe heel Nakamura, maybe.
Yeah.
Where Nakamura wins it. I think. What do you think? Maybe he wins it, holds it till SummerSlam, where Daniel Bryan beats his ass and takes it.
No, you know what? I wouldn't even put it out that Shinsuke might win the next Money in the Bank.
Okay.
Because if he wins it that way, and imagine if Shinsuke loses again to AJ, and then that appears to be over. Mm-hmm. Then maybe he does some with Daniel Bryan, and then maybe AJ does some, say, with like Samoa Joe or Miz or somebody there. Then you can have maybe the super match between Daniel Bryan and, AJ at SummerSlam. Another dream match. And then Nakamura, again, screws it up by cashing it in.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It'll be very interesting to see. I'm going to let it play out because I don't want to get too excited for what's going on. I actually like the fact that SmackDown has this scene for around the title that have workhorses.
And I love the fact that Raw suddenly has, a plethora of emerging tag teams, and SmackDown now has several tag teams.
Yeah.
Like, the division switched up a bit, and it's kind of new and fresh, and I like that. Mm-hmm. The Bar versus the Usos is going to be fantastic.
I still think we could have saw something magical with Usos and Revival.
Yeah.
I would still love to see that. But Usos and Gallows and Anderson could be okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
The fact that we could get Uncle Allen and the Club against the New Day could be interesting.
Absolutely.
The only thing is, I think you'd have to do a heel club, and I don't want that. I'm actually getting used to the face club.
I actually like the face club. But who knows?
I'm
sure they can make it work.
That and, but I don't know. It'll be very interesting.
Yeah.
And needless to say, I mean, there still very well could be further moves that get put up on the website later. I don't necessarily think this could be everything.
I think this should honestly be more like, kind of like the NHL games, where it's like every once in a while you request a trade, or, one guy, they, field an offer, and you can kind of see, SmackDown has offered this person a trade for this person, and then, like, maybe 24 hours later, we're all respond saying either accept or decline, or that'd be alright.
Well, if this was a thing of, okay, the GMs came together and made trades, I would like to know who was traded for who. And then you kind of get an idea of what the value of each superstar are to their GMs.
I think that might hurt too many egos if they actually did that, to be honest.
But is that going to hurt egos, or does that create possible storylines?
Absolutely create storylines, but I mean...
Because at some point, like, we all know, like,
would assume... Here's what I would assume. That... I have no fucking clue where I was going with that. I'm assuming I'm out of ideas. I got nothing.
Yeah. I don't know. It's very curious because I would love to see, like, I didn't mind the old one where you just have that simulator and be like, oh, this guy was drafted. And it's just kind of like, all right, each team maybe gets like a certain amount of picks and we'll see what happens.
I kind of almost think they should bring back bragging rights, and that's where they should do it, so it's like neutral ground. Bragging rights or SmackDown versus Raw, some sort of
isn't
brand
that kind of what
thing.
Survivor Series is now? Is like
then do it there, yeah. Do like
brand.
a brand thing there where it's like versus, you know, they can even do it where it's, you know, if Raw wins, they get a pick, SmackDown wins, or it's you kind of go back and forth, blah, 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 and then they get to pick, and then it's like, it's almost like a draft selection between the pool of whoever.
I do like the fact
champions are protected.
I do like the fact that it's after WrestleMania because I think we all know that WWE does a WrestleMania. That's their season.
No, absolutely.
So the fact they change it up right after, and then you kind of have that fresh new season of a new thing. Like, I do like that idea.
Well, what about having, say, a pay-per-view where...
But I wouldn't mind having more trades or movement throughout the year.
Like a quarterly trade?
Just, you know, like, I'm not saying like they do a bunch, but they just have one here or there.
Yeah, you could even do after Mania. You can just, all your champions are automatically protected, and you can protect a certain amount of people. It's kind of like the NHL, and then boom, everyone else is free game.
Huh.
I like it.
Like, and maybe that's the thing. Maybe don't even, you don't even protect a champion.
Yeah, maybe you don't.
I mean, it's smart because you get to keep the titles on your.
Yep.
But I mean, we all know that you can just create a title if you need to.
It's very true.
But then, I mean, I'd also say when Brad loses that title, maybe they trade more talent just to get that title back. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. It'll be. I just want to see a little bit more. I don't know. I don't want to say direction. That's not what I mean.
But you could even do a storyline there where it's like some superstar's contract is, air quotes, running out with that brand, and they have a title, and they try to barter and like, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to resign you, blah, 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 and they're like, no, I don't, I want to leave. So then they start throwing all these people at him, trying to get the championship off him, so it stays on, say, SmackDown, but it doesn't work, and they take it to Raw. I like that. It's a good idea.
I just wouldn't mind a little bit more guidelines of how this, you know, works. If it's trades, if it's, you know, we just pick, or...
I think if overall they just made it more public, so it's like you actually follow along, almost like, you know, any of the major sports draft days, or like they do like, you know, trade deadline, something like that. We can actually follow it, and it's like they're actually bartering, and you get hot tips throughout the day. I think that would be awesome.
I do have an idea that it would explain breakups or explain...
Like Cena's and Nikki's?
No. But no, like from a wrestling standpoint, like every superstar actually has to officially enter themselves into this brand split or the brand, the shakeup, right?
Okay.
Some got, but you have two ways of entering yourself. You can enter yourself as an individual, or you can enter yourself as part of a tag team or stable. So, like, the three guys in New Day could be, okay, we're New Day. So it's either you draft the three of us, or you draft none of us. Guys like the Usos, you can either draft both, or none. But you can also, maybe like Jay says, oh yeah, I'll do an individual, and Jimmy does an individual, and you can draft one and break them up. Or maybe that's like a little way of finding out. I mean, they wrestle a match, and then all of a sudden they find out, oh, Jimmy, you got drafted to Raw. Jay looks in, boom, you can clobber him and be like, okay, now I'm doing my own thing. I'm picking myself over the tag team kind of a thing. You don't necessarily have that direct feud, but you now have a new direction.
That's not bad, yeah.
So, and it'd be a good way if, like, you know, if one day you did want to break up the New Day, and be like, that could be something you don't see coming, because, in all honesty, that would have been a perfect way to explain it, just like Seth Rollins, the way he explained his breakup was very much the same.
Obvious.
He chose his personal, individual career over the Shield's.
Which, if I might say, he took the longest to get the
Grand Slam.
Grand Slam, but I think overall he's the biggest and best right now.
He also got the longest heavyweight title reign.
Uh-huh.
And let's face it,
I think Roman has the most. I think Roman has 2 or 3.
Rollins has 2.
Yeah.
I think Reigns has 3. But
Ambrose has 1.
I mean, even Ambrose had a longer reign than Roman.
Oh, one of those, or 2 of his even.
So, I mean, Roman's had the opportunities, whereas the body of work, the quality is with the other 2.
Yeah.
Also, Dean Ambrose was the most heelish on how he won it, when you kind of think about it.
I don't know. Like, Rollins cashing in at Mania was pretty good.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say it was like necessarily heelish, because he interjected himself into a match, and the rules were boom, it's now triple threat. Ambrose just flat out smacked Rollins with a briefcase, cashed in
After he beat
after
Roman.
Roman Reigns. So where we saw every member of the Shield be heavyweight champion
At one night.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. I think Dean Ambrose was more of the heelish way of the cash in.
Yeah, fair enough. I think Dean Ambrose has had overall more like different things because he's had the Money in the Bank. Neither of the other 2 have had that.
Seth Rollins.
Did he have that? Oh yeah.
That's how he got the title.
Fuck me. We just talked about that.
Yeah.
Too many drinks. I guess Roman does have the Royal Rumble win though.
Yeah. Seth Rollins has the people gave a shit when I was in the main event thing going for him.
That's true.
So, and then both Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns both have the whole nobody cared for a match against Brock Lesnar thing going for him. So,
True story.
well,
All 3 of them. All 3 matches of them. Well, actually, no. I can't.
Actually, all 3 have wrestled Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
It's a good triple threat right there of people.
So, yeah. No, I mean, I think we can definitely say the Shield has benefited most. I would have loved to see. I'd love to see where Dean Ambrose goes if he's when he returns from injury. If he's a SmackDown guy or if he's a Raw guy.
Yeah.
This would be a great way if you want to isolate him as a different kind of like route for him, I guess, moving forward. And you can have him going to SmackDown, be his own commodity. But if he's at Raw, you think he's put together with Seth and Roman again.
Yeah.
That's why part of me kind of wouldn't have mind Roman going to SmackDown just to, get away from that light of being the big guy on the main show for a bit. And fans truly are rejecting that, so he gets, put in a body of work on SmackDown. And then you could see the Braun Strowman get that opportunity of being the top guy. You can get Seth Rollins being your main champion that's always there and the workhorse. So I don't think Roman Reigns is a glue on Raw.
Yeah.
So,
the Capitals beat the Blue Jackets.
Interesting.
In overtime. They finally won one. It's about damn time.
No, who got the goal?
Ellers.
Interesting.
Lars.
And now, do we know what the score is in the Vegas Kings game?
I will take a look-ski. Brother. Avengers. Avengers comes out in 9 days. Holy shit, am I excited about that movie. Vegas is winning 1-0 in the second.
There you go.
Woohoo! Took 2 OTs to get that first Capitals win.
And development, even though it's not hockey, but Diamondbacks pitcher Patrick Corbin has lost his no-hitter in the 8th inning versus the Giants. Game still tied at 0, though. Seen a few close no-hitters in baseball already.
Yeah, they're still working the bugs out.
I'm going to say we're going to see at least 2 no-hitters or perfect games this year.
You know what? I will see that. I'm going to go +3.
5?
No, 3 or more. 3 or more this year.
Well, you're saying +3, so.
Yep. 3+. As in 3 or more.
Most people would just go the 2 + 3.
Yeah, well, most people are stupid.
Well, that's kind of what it sounded like.
Well, fuck you. You're going to say 0 to 2. I'm going to say 3 or more.
No, I'm going to say at least 2.
At least 2?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going 2 or more. I'm going 1 now. Trying to be different here.
No, at least 2. I'm saying just at least 2. You're just saying more than 3.
3 or more. That's what I said.
Yeah. So, yeah, anything else?
I got nothing. Where you going to be? Because I heard you're doing something this weekend.
Yeah, I'll be wrestling for the Pure Power Wrestling Heavyweight Championship against Kyle Sebastian.
Bring home the gold!
Saturday.
Oh, silver.
No,
actually, that one is gold.
Yeah, that one is
Bring
gold.
home that gold.
And then, again, if I win that match, make history
Yes,
in
yes.
2 parts.
Two different kinds of histories.
Yeah, 2 different kinds of history. First person to be both the Pure Power Wrestling Cruiserweight and Heavyweight Champion, and then first person to hold the CWC, PPW, and NPW title at the same time.
Simultaneously, if you will.
I mean, now that is a tag struggle way.
Yeah. Everyone, on my note this weekend, stuff for the wedding's coming out. All the invites are going out this weekend, so keep an eye on your mailboxes.
If you don't get invited, then it's because nobody likes you.
Say, if you don't get invited, then clearly there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Because I meticulously looked through this entire list. I made a list, and I checked it twice. Then I deleted most of you because you're naughty fucks.
Deleted.
Exactly. You're now all obsolete.
If you didn't make the list, you're deleted.
Exactly.
Um,
And you don't get it.
So yeah, that pretty much covers everything we have.
Hooray!
So,
Next week, we're going to talk with the new Pure Power Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, you,
oh yeah.
and the current Monster Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion,
Yeah.
current CWC Heavyweight Champion, and current Monster Pro Wrestling Provincial Champion. We're going to have a big old championship scramble up in this bitch.
I just don't put people over, do I?
You're kind of an arrogant prick, actually. You really are. And then maybe we can get a,
That's the Christian way.
yeah. And maybe we can get a little, run in or something from CWC Tag Champ, maybe.
Well, I mean, if the headline can,
Stop, working and making bank because he's fucking rich.
right? So,
But yeah, next week, Championship Scramble Week, episode 72, the Bobrovsky episode.
yeah. Yeah. I like Bobrovsky.
Championship Bobrovsky. Yeah.
Sir Gaius struggles.
Sergey struggles.
Yeah. So yeah, that does it for me. I'm me. You are you.
I am me, and you are you.
And,
And you are he, and I am her. She.
the other
it.
he.
What?
The other he.
The him. That's the one I was
You're
looking
him, I'm he.
That's the one I was looking for. Fuck. Yeah. We're 2/3 of Tag Struggle.
Yeah, and we're real.
And we're so spectacular.
We're simply not smart.
Oh, God.
And,
So delicious.
yeah, and, later, bitches. Woo.